Samity Samtastic, back with more Guild Wars 2. It's been a little while. Here we are in the new Lion's Arch. I thought, because there are plenty of people struggling with it, and I kind of seem to have worked it out, that I'd make a video for the new jumping puzzle. So I might sound a little weird because I'm kind of sick, but I should be able to talk through this. So the first thing that we want to look at is what character you're using and what skills you're bringing along. So like having swiftness is really, really nice. In this case, I'm bringing Spectral Walk. So I really recommend if you have a Necromancer or a Mesmer, bringing one of those. And with a Necromancer, you bring Spectral Walk, and with the Mesmer, obviously, you bring Portal. It'll make your life a lot less stressful in trying to do this puzzle. So yeah. And on the way out, we're going to go ahead and grab the speed bonus for a while to give yourself a little boost to the beginning. And we're starting off at the Fort Mariner waypoint, and hopefully I can get through this without too many hiccups and talk about some of the intricacies of doing this puzzle. So the first thing you do is jump on this barrel and just kind of run back here, jump onto that, and come across this way. Now when you have the swiftness on, it helps a lot in this section. So I'll jump onto this, and then you kind of get that angle and jump right off the edge, and you can just barely grab onto that. It took a lot of trial and error to kind of find that angle. And then you can come up here, jump on the clothesline, which somehow doesn't snap from your weight, if I can land it. And then continue on this line up to the other side. I really like the new LA, and I really like this jumping puzzle, actually, because it takes you to lots of fun scenic places. Yeah, hopefully this is not like the way that I'm going to be doing the rest of this puzzle for you. So here we are up here. And you get to do a lot of this, like tightrope, high line walking. And you can just drop straight down there and walk up this and jump onto these bits here. So this is another spot where I think having the swiftness will really help, because you can just sort of jump right into that spot there and creep on up on this building along the way. If you time it just right, you can make that jump. You usually miss, but if you miss, it's not a big deal, because you just land right below it and hop your way up. And then up comes the first, like, really tricky section. So you can just jump over here. And now I was running a lot of portals until I realized like how easy it is to actually do this if you get it just right. So on there, you can kind of over jump it, because you'll land on this thing here, like that. See how I'm just kind of in the air, and then just kind of jump to pump forward till you land on that. You can actually walk onto this thing, and then jump onto this boat, and walk carefully onto this thing. You might have to jump tap just to get right on it, and then jump over here. Now to get up this section, you can jump there. I don't know, I assume you can get out of that net. I don't think I've ever fallen down there. Oh, you might find out. And then you're up here. And so to complete this jumping puzzle, you need to get 4 keys. So you can't just get ported to the chest at the end. And so you go to these 4 different chests to gather those keys. And so this is the first one, Roland's Key Fragment 1 of 4. And then we continue on from here. So you can jump over to this crane. We're still rocking that city travel speed boost, so we don't really have to worry about trying to make these jumps. And this section, I like to just jump straight over here. You can just sort of push to go up there. On this section, it looks like you're about to fall off, but basically once you get to like this line right here, that's when you want to jump, otherwise you'll slip off, because it's slightly steeper. And so you can kind of see it, and you just want to jump before that, and then you can just nail it all the way down here. And creep around these corners. I first saw like a guildie walking up here. I was like, how did he get up there? And I was trying to find the old Trolls End puzzle. Whoa! Whoa! Now that would be a first for me. I'm glad I didn't fall off. You saw the character tried to. So we'll just scrape the wall like we're mapping in Guild Wars 1. What's up, Chauncey? Are you having a good time up here? He's like, I'm a cat. I do this stuff all the time anyway. Okay, so right over here, if you don't still have swiftness on, I'd recommend reapplying it, but I like to just creep up till you're kind of right on that and jump to this post right there. And then you can creep over here, hop up onto the sail, creep up there, and jump. And then I like to kind of jump sideways right there. And we're going to do a little bit more wall scraping on this part right here. And you can jump on this, jump on that, jump on that. And right here, I've actually fallen a lot. You want to kind of go out more towards the left. I definitely recommend having swiftness. This might be a good time too to use Spectral Walk, just to make sure that you have swiftness working. And that way, if you fall, you can just hit that key again real quick and pop yourself back. That was kind of the first place that I really struggled with falling in the same spot over and over again. But it's because if you try to go too far to the right, you won't go. This is kind of fun. So this lobster is neat. There's a sous chef hanging out there that talks about how they're hungry for something buttery for some reason up here. And the next section we want to go to is right here. You can just slide down there and jump across. And either wait for the damage for you to like exit combat, or use swiftness to make that jump. Don't try to jump too early. This is a section I've seen a lot of people fall at, but it's really easy if you know what you're doing. So notice there's a net under there. A lot of sections have nets under them. You can just kind of walk on that net, and then you can just gently tap these keys to get where you're going. I like to jump over here, and then jump up here, because then you can leapfrog across these sections of roof, drop down there, and jump over here. And then you come up onto this guy, and you're back on top of the roofs. So the second chest is in this boat right here. This is another place that I like to use swiftness, and you can just stand on that right there and jump up here. You'll usually snag on the bottom side of it, and you just need to get on top. Oh! Oh! Oh my god, I thought I was so screwed. Apparently, that's, I did not realize that that's there. Fantastic. Let's see, now I'm anxious. Oh my god, that's so amazing. I wonder how many times I fell down there and gave up because I thought that was it. Alright, so there you are. So don't freak out if you fall down there. And then we're up here on chest 2. So that's that chest. And then we're going to walk across this tightrope here. Boing. Oh, that's right. Sorry. It's down here. And this section, you have to land on like these wood panels over here. I like to be like a little bit away from this wall so you don't clip into this. And use swiftness and just run for it and jump and you're good. Oh. And then we come over here, jump on this chimney, hop up on that roof, jump up on this roof, come by that chimney, jump on, up, up. This is the part I actually struggle with greatly, ironically. I guess because there's not much of a risk. I didn't work really hard to find an easy way to do it. Alright, there we go. And we're up here. There's a net under that. I'm not sure how recoverable it is. I guess you would just hop up these to get back up here. But I don't think I've ever fallen in it. And we just get on this section of roof. You can back up there. It's a pretty short jump. And drop down here. This is the most unforgivable part of the entire puzzle. Because you may notice that's a long drop. If you fall here, you will die. This is a point where having the Necromancer is better than having the Mesmer, because you can return to location with Spectral Walk after you while you're falling. So before you hit the ground, you just hit that. So just carefully inch your way across here. I have actually seen someone... I portaled some people across this section because if you're standing on the other side, it's just close enough that the portal can reach them. I've seen somebody hop around this. I have never been able to successfully do it, so we'll hit that. I usually overshoot that jump, but I didn't that time. And this next jump, I usually get really close to overshooting. It scares me, and that looked good. All right. Creep our way up to this section, and here we are at chest 3. Oh, it's already open. So this is my second time running on this character. I waited for the reset to get keys 1 and 2 again. I thought I had gotten keys 3 and 4 in time. I suppose not. So that's weird. Oh, well, no. I opened them on a different character. That shouldn't matter. So one thing, you don't actually have to go up here. I just kind of want to show if you have some Mesmer friends or if you want to help out. This section here where you can get to chest 3, you can also get to chest 2. It's right down there. So it's just kind of a nice thing. If you get portaled up straight to chest 3, you can drop down there, or if you're helping other people out, you can take them that way. I'm going to go ahead and just relog and see if it'll reset this, because that's weird. Alright, so that did work. There's a little bit of bugs, a couple of bugs associated with that, I suppose. And there's, in these little branches right here, there's a hole. There are 2 sections to land on. One of them is much easier than the other, and either one of them works. And that's too bad. I was trying to cast that and fell off. So this is the first thing you want to land on. That's the second thing you want to land on. Let me go ahead and get back up there. Okay, there we are. Not too bad on time. I fell once trying to get back up here. So I got, oh, look at that. I've got 30 seconds left on that, so I guess I'm going to skip it so you don't have to wait on me. So you just pop down in that hole, land on this thing, and hop up onto that, and then you're basically on that right there. So it might take a couple tries. I'd recommend putting on your half the fall damage trait. If you walk into these birds, they will knock you off. So you don't want to do that, which is why we go the long way here, because there's a bird right down there. That was a mistake I discovered really quickly. This is a little tricky, but if you just land close enough, they're pretty good about not having you fall from landing on cords. So this hole right here is what you need to jump into. If you just need a port up here, if you hang out long enough, you'll probably find somebody down here willing to do it, at least while those puzzles are early on. What I like to do is kind of creep up on that section, and then you can jump in. So you want to walk up on this side just a little bit so you can fit into that hole. If you're too far up on this side, you'll bonk your head and fall down, and that sucks. So, yeah. So, whoa. That's also a first for me. So we get another attempt here on that right there. So what you want to do is get onto that section up there. So you can kind of walk up here, jump onto that ledge, if it'll stay. Now I'm worried I'm going to fall out. Oh, look at that. Okay, we're back, and man, that was not pretty. Yeah, so to reiterate, if you're trying to do this puzzle, relax, take it easy, take your time. And like, I think I was just trying to rush to get back in here too quickly, and I died a lot. So let's land right back on that thing again, and we'll push our way back to where we were. And I think, like, I didn't realize that there was even a hole you could fall through there, and you may have noticed, like, it was my getting nervous about pushing too far forward that caused me to fall back into that hole again. So I think what we want to do is make sure you push a little farther. So we creep up on this log, jump in. That is a tricky spot with high consequences. So here we'll walk up this way, not fall in that hole, and we can jump up there. Perfect. And that's basically like that. You don't. There's one spot where you have to deal with something that's as risky as that from that point, I think. I think so. If you're using portals, portals give you a lot of room to make mistakes because they stay active for so long. If you're rolling with Spectral Walk, basically every time you do a risky move, you have to wait for it to recharge for another 60 seconds. So it can be rough. But, you know, if you want to get through the puzzle, get the achievement, get all the loot that you get. I ended up getting Cobalt, and that was cool. And then it's definitely like some good rewards for it. Alright, so here on this building, this looks really scary like that. I think it's in the internal battlegrounds and like the southwest side. There's a tower you have to hike up that has stuff like this. And you fall off and it sucks. And I used to get so nervous about it. But there's so many little safety nets, literally. There are nets down there. You can walk back around and give it another try. That one, if you fall in that, you have to start over. But this one right here, you don't. So you can really, like on this stuff, you don't have to, like, don't overshoot it. Take it real easy. Take it nice and slow. And you're going to make it through. So, like, one of the things that took me a while to learn on jumping puzzles is if you screw up and fall, just take your hand off the keyboard. Because if you try to correct the movement and land on something, you're going to screw up and kill yourself. It's happened to me way too many times. So there we go. That's chest number 3 down there. It's kind of funny that I got to the first 3 chests before I started screwing up, and I made tons and tons of mistakes. But hey, that's how it goes sometimes. This next section is pretty cool because it takes you deep in the city. It's got a couple of silly jumps, but most of them you don't really have to worry about missing them because you just land on these little rooftops, as long as you're good at walking these high lines. So there's this clown up here. Ron, you can talk to him, but he doesn't like give you any bonuses or anything. He just is like, this is my personal space. Like, how do you get up here? It's like, none of your business. Get out of here. This spot, you need to jump around that pipe. I use A and W pretty liberally on that. Angle that camera just right. That's probably the most stressful part of that section. And you can walk across here and drop. So now we're on a timer because they have a new build. Maybe it'll reset the chests after I'm done here. We want to get to this and then continue on. So I'm going to go ahead and use Spectral Walk to give us swiftness to make that a little easier. There we are. And then jump. So the next thing that we need to do is get onto this section. If you fall off, there is a net right there. So jump from this beam for the best arc, and I've only ever done it with swiftness on, so it might be possible without it, but whatever. Generally all the jumping puzzles should be you should be able to do them without any speed boosts, but I always use speed boosts. So this is my least favorite part by far. You have to land on this, jump over there, and jump over there. I'm gonna wait for the cooldown on Spectral Walk because I've fallen down in this section right down there way more times than I'd like to count. In fact, one time I gave it a second shot with the portal, and the portal stayed on that ledge, and I fell down below, and had to start over. So that was cool. But don't get mad, just get better. So Spectral Walk, we're on it, over here, and go for it. Oh, if you have swiftness on, you can make that jump. I don't know if there's another way to do it. Ah, come on. Getting on those little wooden sections. There we are. And we want to get on this thing. So climb on that, walk up here, careful, jump to that roof. Now we jump onto this chimney. I would get it straight on, so if you fall, you land on that section. Try to not overshoot it, and then jump up to that boat. Then we walk across the boat on these lights. Try really hard to stay up on this section because it's it can be really frustrating to try to get back up there. Like I've fallen down here before. So there, alright. Yeah, that's the most nerve-wracking part of this entire puzzle is now done. Sweet! So from the top of this roof, this is like where we cruised across and started running on this, is there's this balcony right here. So that was where like we jumped from that over to this building and ran across, and that's where the silly kid is down there. Can't see him. But anyway, you can actually drop down from this to there and then drop down to the ground and portal people up. That's one thing that I did a little of while I was learning the puzzle. And jump down to this bridge. This part's weird, but not risky. So there's this section right here you can walk up. If you walk over here, you slide off. So you want to kind of tip yourself in there and jump before you walk to land on that wood right there. Ah! Okay, fix my camera. So when I'm recording, it cuts down the frame rate a little bit, and that's part of the issue that I'm struggling with right now. But I think it's going okay. So from there, you can walk up to this section and jump onto these guys. There we are. Baby steps, baby steps. So then we can walk this line. I can't even walk like 5 feet on a slack line. I can't imagine, like, having whole cities of people running across these. It's ridiculous. But there you go, you get like long lines of people. It's probably not even rated for like more than 1 or 2 people, but you know, what you gonna do? OSHA doesn't exist in Tyria. Alright, so this is the last little stretch. I've found a couple of interesting ways to get through this. You want to jump over to this rock. I kind of designed this method myself. So we'll get onto the... If you fall here, you can just walk right back up. It's not a problem. But you want to get onto that and jump over here. And once you're behind there, kind of poke your head out where you're not going to bump it when you jump. And throw on swiftness and jump around that corner like that. Perfect. So from here, we want to get up one more level to get a better vantage point, so we can walk onto that and jump up here. Now from here, we can actually see the last chest. It's right there. I guess it's a stash. Oh, now it's going to have it targeted. There we go. Wait. Oh, it won't do it. Alright, so hop onto that guy. I like to jump onto long paths like that so you have more time to correct your angle. And then this is a section where I would generally like to use Spectre Walk, but I'm going to go ahead and do it because it would really suck to fall here. This might be the sort of thing where every time it wears off, go ahead and just wait the minute for it to recharge because you're almost done. And that way you don't have to like rage quit. And that's that. You go to this next one. You can't jump there, don't try it. You can get to this one and then jump over there. And there is our last hidden stash. At that point, you'll get all 4 keys. You double click on one of them and it makes Roland's master key. And so we'll go ahead and take that over to the final chest. So hop up on that right there, jump over here. The last little precision jump we got to do. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for that cooldown. There is one section I've fallen from it twice right up here, and I'll try to spot it and point it out so that you can make sure that you don't fall into the same trap that I did. I don't know that it was intentional. I don't think it was, but it was just slopey enough that it snagged me, and then in my panic I usually end up falling. So, alright, here we go. Reset. We're on it. And then all the jumps remaining here are really easy. Ooh. Okay. I think it is... Might have been right in here. Or right up there. one of these spots. Just watch your crevices really carefully. And then we have a bunch of vegetables, and I'm going to go ahead and get them because there's no easy way to get back over here. Oh my god, that's loud. Sorry, I was hunting for Karka earlier. There we go. Oh, that's good enough. So the Karka make noises when you're doing that. There you go. He's got all the vegetables. I had like the Crichton completion or Crichton forager earlier. So make your last little jump there. You got your troll. You got your chest, and that's it. You're done.
I want
You
that.
did it. So there you go. I hope that if you were confused or frustrated about falling in the same place over and over again, that helped. If there's some specific spot where you don't understand it, feel free to ask questions or whatever. I try to respond in a timely manner. I don't always. You may notice that I haven't been uploading as often as I used to. But anyway, that's the wave goodbye there. So have fun with the jumping puzzle. Don't get too upset by it. If you start falling too much and you get angry, just put it down and come back later. It'll be there. And you will see me later.